Hi all, this is Supercoder. So in this tutorial, we are going to work with our managed product page. So basically, we can enter our product page. We can also show the details, which is like based on the ID details. Like we are showing the ID details to the actual value. Then I can add a models on the data grid, so you can see the complete details of the item, whether it is for HTML description or JSON data or anything which you want to show. So let's get started and let's work on this tutorial. And if you are new to channel, please subscribe our channel and please like the video. And if you have any question, please do comment. Now let's get started. And also before starting, there is one issue in our sidebar. You can see there is a sidebar is not showing activated when I come to the manage category page. You can see if I am on add category, it is not showing sidebar activated. So there is one small issue. Just fix that also. Just come to VS Code, open your front end application, then Saxi, then Redux, then Reducer, sidebar, and here if you see, if I come here, here is one small mistake in the trigger page change. You can see I added a condition for submenu, but I am just comparing with my item, so that is wrong. Just change it to submenu. Now save it back to Chrome, and if I see again, you can see it is showing activated. If I come to manage category, it is showing activated. If I click on plus, it is showing activated, and if I click on edit, it is showing activated. So it is working perfectly. Now after that, let's work on our manage product page. This one, manage product page. So first adding a page routing for this one. So coming to database, login to database login. After that, coming to my project database, then opening my modules. So open my modules, and here if I see manage product, you can see this is the manage product. So here if I see manage product icon is also okay. You need to just change the URL. So slash less manage less product. Enter. Now refresh the page and come to products. Click on manage products, and you can see I just navigate to my manage product. Just copy this route and come to your JS code and adding in my application. So app.js file, adding a new route. Just copy this route, paste it, adding comma, then create a file manage products. Just come to your pages, then create a new folder again, products, and manage products dot js. Right now just returning a simple message, wants manage products, return, manage products. Save this, export it, export default manage products. Save it. Just import this also in app.js file. So import manage products from products. Save it. Back to Chrome. Face page. And now I can see my manage product page. Now after that, we need to create an API in Django, which we can see our products. So for creating the API, just using the simple concept, just coming to my VS Code and copying my category API, which we created earlier. So just coming to my code, user service, then controller, creating a new controller in the product service, controller, product, controller.py. Just copy the category controller, copy all these things. I'm gonna use it. Copy all these things. Let's complete copy it, paste it, And here just changing the import, changes to products, then changes to products. So that changes also products. And here we don't need this children, so remove it, and here change this serializer to product serializer, product serializer, copy it. We don't need children method, remove it, then change this category list view to product list view, product list view, copy the serializer name, change it also here. After that, everything is okay right now. I imported the products, get query set, here change this to products dot object dot filter. Here we don't need client ID, remove it. We need only domain user ID, that is okay. Then search param, change this also to products. After that, the thing has been okay right now. Products retrieved successfully. Now save this file and let's link with our URLs. So coming to my urls.py, and here copying the same route and just remove this all this thing, comma, then product list view, product list, just copy it, import it, that's it, save it. Now let's check whether API is working or not. So coming to the Postman, closing my other tabs, save, just calling the login API. Then just try to calling my product API. So here what I'm going to do, copying the get category list API, removing this slash sand it. It's showing a red page, so remove this to page 1, and here we go. Our API is working fine. You can see it is showing the data, total pages, current page, page size, total items. Right now we don't have any product, that's why it is showing 0. So if I try to use different user like admin, I think admin has the product, admin, and try to again hit the API. Okay, it is not showing any products. So I think there is no product right now. It is searching with food also. Move this thing also, sand it, and here we go. It is working fine. You can see all the product details here in this API. I can see the name, details, specification, highlights, all the things I am getting perfectly. So after that, what I'm gonna do, just come to my VS Code and integrate this API. So first, let's save this API for future use. Save as it product list API. Save it. After that, just coming back to my Chrome, VS Code, and here just close all this tab. This API creation has been done. Let's work on the manage product page. So again, what I'm going to do, just copy manage category code, completely copy it, all these things, just copy it, close it, paste it here. After pasting, changing this name also, manage products, porting it also. After that, we don't need here our expendable item, because expendable things we need in our category page, but here we need something different. Like we need also like show categories, show reviews, all the things. So I will explain it how you can do this thing also, but right now I'm just doing these things. I don't need expendable row, remove it. And here I am using expandable things, so I remove it, don't need it. Getting a simple message like add, let's leave it for add right now, but I'm going to change these things. After that, here we don't need row item because we don't want to render our custom row, so remove it, save it. After that, we need to change our API URL. So here if I see, I am calling my get product, get categories. Let's move these categories. Now save it and let's check it's working or not. So before that, also change the page title to home, manage products, products, products. Let me confirm the URL. It needs product, manage product. Save it, back to Chrome, press page. Right now I can see my one product. It is showing manage product, and I can see the one product which I recently added. And here we can see the data is showing perfectly, but there is some data which is showing like in the object specification highlights. So we need to parse it and show as an actual value instead of showing as a object. So if you see, it had JSON data, specification, highlights, SEO keywords, additional details. So that needs to be parsed in the value format. So let me show you how I can do this. So for that, what I'm gonna do, let me show you. First let's fix this thing, like click on add on edit and delete. So if I click on add, I need to navigate to the add per page. So that is working, but it navigate to category page. So let's fix this also. So let's finding category, change this to product, change this to product, save it, change this to get products, change this method, so method name to get products. Again finding some, okay, there's no category right now. Save it, back to Chrome, refresh page, coming to manage category, coming to manage product. Then if I click on add product, I can successfully navigate to the product page. That is working fine. If I click on edit, I can navigate and it is showing me edit item. So that is the benefit of edit form. Like earlier we were working on a dynamic form for edit item, and we can see the benefit here. If I click on edit, I can see the item and see all the things, basic details and everything here. Here something is not working, like if you see in the additional details, the key value pair is not showing. So that I will see later in the edit page or edit section. But right now all the things are working fine. So if I see, I need to work on this delete. So delete API is not working, I think. Let me check. Inspect, delete. I check, delete. It is not working right now. So I think delete is not working for category also. If I see delete, you can see delete is not implemented yet. So I will check that delete feature later. But right now, let's work on these simple things, which is showing the simple data, like we need to show this specification and our highlights. So what I'm gonna do is come to VS Code, so that here if you see we have expand option. So I think instead of expand, you can change it to something different. We find expand here. Instead of that, we need to show, like if you see our backend, for our products. Let me show the model to products. I have my products, then I have my product questions, then reviews. So I'm gonna show these things also. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm not gonna implement these things, but I'm just adding this option so we can implement it in future. So columns, image. Here, what I'm gonna do, just cut this code. Cut this code, and in the end, I'm gonna push it. So columns dot push, and pushing my questions. Add a name questions. Add a name questions with 150 and render cell. In the render cell, I can simply return a button like view, this kind of things. So here, icon button, then giving a simple icon like dashboard, okay, dashboard icon, then view, yeah, that's it, view, save it, back to Chrome, and if I see here, I can see a view, and it is showing a little bit ugly. So instead of that, uh, what I'm gonna do, I just use different approach like button, view, right icon, and here I'm gonna pass it my icon dashboard. Now save it. If I check, it is showing view, and let's do what? Variant, content, save it. Now it is looking perfect. Uh, this time it is looking perfect. You can see the questions and also adding sortable false. Sortable false. I don't want to make it sortable false. Okay. After that, I'm gonna add one more thing, which is the reviews. Then reviews. View. Okay. Save it. Add to Chrome. And if I see questions and review, both are same. Now after that, we need to work on these additional details, SU keywords, and other things like highlights and a specification. So first, let's work on the specification. So what I'm gonna do, just copy it again. Specification. Let me check the exact keyword. So first is specification. Copy it. Paste it. Specification. After that, let's see. Let's save it and let's check what it is showing right now. And you can see specification has shown 2 times. Uh, so here, what you're gonna do, just do something. The action is okay. Then with children image, I think children is not exist here, so remove that. Then image is okay, but I think the different key name for okay, it's image, that is also okay. After that, else is also okay. Now after that, do one thing here. Instead of pushing, do this way. Columns equal to, let's change this fonts to let. Columns equal to columns dot map column, and here if column dot fill equal to specification, then change this complete thing with this data. So remove it and return this world data. Now save it and let's check it's gonna work or not. So back to Chrome, refresh page. If I check, the second one column is removed and this column showing specification. Doing also same thing with HTML description, then highlights. So again, copy this same thing. Then we have HTML description, copy the key name, HTML description. So in HTML description, I'm gonna show it as a HTML page. Then I have highlights. So copy these highlights. After that, again come to Postman. We have SEO keywords, copy it. Copy it. Then we have again the next one, let me check. Additional details. Paste it. Now save it. Back to Chrome. And you can see it's showing specification view. Then okay, there is something wrong. It's showing too many times. Let me check. Okay, it's should be highlights and it should be keywords, additional details, SEO keywords, and here additional details and highlights. Here HTML description. Now save it. Back to Chrome. Refresh page. And here we go. We can see the HTML description, highlights. I think there is some rendering issue happening. Manage products. So after that, there is one issue. Here it is re-rendering. Let's fix that. So back to VS Code. And here if I see specification, paste HTML description. So the field name will be HTML description. Save it. Back to Chrome. Refresh page. And if I see specification, HTML description, highlight, all the things are perfectly. Right now, all the things are perfect. So we will just do one more thing. Let's show this key value pair data in our model. So what I can do, one click, so specification JSON, and here just see my, or just show the JSON data. So JSON data. If I see my specification data, it is actually a JSON data. Specification, highlights, SEO keywords, additional details, all these are JSON data. So we can show this data in a key value pair. So what I'm gonna do? Params dot row and just copy this same thing, copy it here, going with highlights also, showing with SEO keywords, showing with details. That's it. And here in the HTML description, so HTML data. Just copy this thing and create a function. So const show data row console.log row. Just copy it. So JSON data. Now save it and let's check. Open the console. Let's move this position to right side. Console. What happened if I click on view, and if you see, I can create the complete row. So here I can show the data. So do one more thing. Instead of passing the complete row, I'm just passing the exact key name. So if you see, I have specification. So just pass the specification data. So here what I can do. So this way you can utilize your code standard and write less code. You will also pass it. Highlights also pass it. SEO keywords also pass it. SEO keyword also pass it. Then after that, copy the destinators and also pass this. Save it back to Chrome. And this time if we refresh the page, and click on view, and you can see the array which you are getting. Right now you can get the array. After that we can enter this value in a proper model, you can say. So do what? Just come to VS Code and creating a model. Then here dialog, open and close this dialog. Let's create this two state. So what I can do? First, I'm just creating const JSON data, set JSON data, set JSON data equal to view state. This is the JSON array. So const open, enter close, enter close here. And here just set open equal to false. After that, all the things has been okay. Let's perform this JSON data to render in our page. So what I can do? Scroll down here, dialog content, typography, details. Then here adding a list item. So what I gonna do? JSON data dot map item index, and here key name, simply a typography, then empty fragment. So that now it's okay. I think key name. So piece will be going to the parent, or here instead of that use React dot fragment equal to index. So I use React dot fragment just because I have to pass the key name. It should be closing from here. Let's import the React. So import React from React. So that after that, let's see it's working or not. So come to, so we need to show this dialog. So we need to make it set open. So set open true. It should be in JSON data. And we need to set the JSON data. So set JSON data. Okay, dot increase dot map. I think that is okay. Save it. Back to Chrome. Refresh page. So here if you see, I have key value pairs, and that is gonna convert into the items. I think we don't need this. Instead of that, directly set item and take it as item. Now save it, this page, and try to click on view, and it's showing some error. Let me check. If I come here, it should be item dot key, item dot value. Now save it and refresh page again. This time if I check, click on view, and it is working. It's showing my details, okay, and test one. It is not showing so good, but right now it is showing. So let me fix this UI also. After that, if I check with highlights, it is also showing, but it is not showing perfectly. Your keyword is also showing. Additional details we are also getting. Right now we have getting all the JSON data, but it is not showing properly. So let's fix this also. Also, I'm gonna change this icon. So coming to back, so first search MUI icon. And if I see the icon list, searching view. If I search to find lots of icon, let's use simple one like view compact. Click on this. Let's copy it and just use that. So just coming to scroll down, and here where the icon is used, just changing to the view compact icon. Now save it, back to Chrome. So our icon is getting, I think, changed. Yes, it is changed. Let's change this question also. Save it. Yes, this is also changed right now. Now after that, let's enhance this UI part. Let's add one more thing, title. So right now it's showing details. So but we don't know what detail it is. So model title, set model title. By default make it blank, and here take this model title from on click. So here item, then title, title, JSON data, and finally open. So set JSON data, passing the title, specification, then here the highlights, passing the highlights, SEO keywords, passing the SEO keywords, additional details, passing the additional details. Save it, back to Chrome. prestige. I see need to show this title. So here, after clicking model title, save it, refresh page, view specification details, then highlight details. Okay, giving a divider, save it, highlight details, make it 4, 5. I think 5 is looking good. Only 2, margin bottom 2, then highlight details. After that, here do one thing, then just key and dot value, save it, and here again margin bottom 2. Is not taking here. Try to give it here empty 2, save it. Yeah, it's button right now. So if you see, it is showing the okay. Right now we don't have any meaningful data, but it's showing okay and okay. If I check with this one, it is showing okay, test one. After that, you can show the divider also here, save it. Okay. It's looking good. Now after that, we have all this data. Save it. I check these other things like additional data, saying okay. SEO keywords. Okay. After that, we can do one more thing. Make it more optimize our code. Right now, we see all the fields are common. So what I'm gonna do? For description, I rotate it. I need for highlight, SEO keyword, additional details. So I will just group them all in a single because all are always same. All are always same kind of data. I'm just changing this also. Changing this to uh, column dot field, and here just using my previous concept, add a p dot caret slice, okay, and here just paste it, and here changing to column dot field, column column dot field. Now I think it is more optimized way code written, and I'm gonna remove all this thing. So it is just covering all the things in one go. Save it back to Chrome, refresh page, and if I check HTML description, now here we need to fix one thing. If I click on highlight, it's showing classification details. So let's fix this also. If I click with also SEO keyword, it is showing specification. So let's fix this thing also. Come to VS Code, then manage product, and inside the specification, here I'm just passing as a specification. We need to pass it as a field column dot field. Got it? And here simply just copy this header, complete, copy it, pass it also here. So it will act as a title. Column dot field, caret. That's it. Save it. Back to Chrome. this page. I check again. This time, click on view. You can see specification details. I click on highlight. I can see the highlight details. Let's try to use circle. Save it. It is, but it is not saying as what I expected. So I have to do box. Then close the box. Close this box. Or I can do one more thing. Just move this box and copy this circle and move it inside. Save it. If you check, it's not looking so good. Let's try to change the size. So SX font size 12 pixel. Save it. It is looking much better than previous one. Then adding the margin. Margin right 10 pixel. Save it. Now it looks perfect. So I can see the SEO keywords. Then additional details. It is looking better than previous one. Now after that, let's work on this HTML description. So we need to show the HTML description. So for that, what I have to do, I'm just creating this dialog, copy it, giving the title HTML content or HTML description. And here I'm just gonna render my complete data. So HTML data. Just copy this and here open HTML. Just need this to state. So just copy it here HTML data. State HTML data. By default, make it empty. Then open HTML. Set open HTML. By default, make it false. And here on clicking this, open HTML true. Set open HTML true. And here set HTML data row. Now save it and let's check it's working or not. So back to Chrome. If I click on HTML description, you can see it is showing only Maggie right now. So what I have to do, I'm just using some HTML content or HTML data in our product. So right now our product ID is 2. Right now it is not closing also. So render close 2. Const render close 2. Set open HTML false. Save it. Refresh page. Try to open HTML description. Click outside. It's gone. So it is working fine. So we need to render this HTML also here. But before that, let's see one more thing. Coming to the products table. This is my product. And if I see the HTML description, it is showing only Maggie. So what I can do, MUI, just come to chat GPT, create HTML description for dummy product. So it is creating HTML description for dummy product. Let's try to use that. So it is generating right now. So I don't need this button. Copy it and here paste it, and here I don't need button. So remove this button. Now save it. Let's check how it's going to look. Refresh the page, click on view, and right now it is not rendered as a HTML page. It is showing only as HTML content. So what I can do, I need to fix it. Come to VS Code, and here what I gonna do for rendering HTML page. What we do, just use a div first. Here setting dangerous, dangerous, dangerously set in HTML. Then passing our HTML data underscore HTML. Then pass our HTML data. So just passing my HTML data, which is HTML data. Use it, save it. You don't need to render it here. Save it back to Chrome. And if you see this time, it is rendered perfectly in HTML page. You can see this time it's get complete render as HTML page. So in this way, you can render a simple HTML page in your React.js, the plain HTML file, the complete plain HTML code. You can render it as a in React. Now here let's now now here let's do one more thing. If you see here in our data, I am getting this category ID, domain user ID, added by user ID, but we are not getting like exactly name with ID. So what I can do, I can just return the ID with name also. So what I can do, just come to VS Code, and here in our the product controller, I'm just overriding our default key, or you can say default method. Right now, if you see in our category underscore ID, is show you category underscore ID. I'm getting the ID value, but let's change it. So first adding category name, change this to ID dot serialize method field. Then same way, I have key for domain user ID, copy it. Then I have added by user ID. So all three are in serialize method. So we just need to return define get category ID, return category ID dot name. Let me check the category ID, that's name. So instead of that, return this way ID plus dot category underscore ID dot ID name. Okay, that's it. Now save it and let's check. Just copy it. Now copy it and do this for other also. This time do it for domain user ID. Domain user ID. Change this to added by user ID. So here we get the instance of user and we get the instance of user, and here we get the instance of category. Just using domain user ID, domain underscore user underscore ID dot ID, and here domain dot user dot ID dot username. Same way here, added by user ID dot username. Save it, back to Chrome, refresh page. If I check, I am getting perfectly the ID and name, and also getting the domain, also getting the added by user ID. You can see it's working fine. Let's do one more thing. Let's make it the area larger. So in the manage product page, I think we don't have a we have the field. Make it 200 width. Save it. Refresh page, and you can see It's looking perfect right now. I can see the ID with the value also. That's why I just change it. So we can see the ID. So we can see the ID and value both. Also adding the here comma or do one thing. Instead of showing this way, there is a better approach. Let me show you. Generally, we use this concept using hash. So hash defined for the primary key and simply return the value. So you can get the ID with hash and you can get the value also. You don't need to define whether it's ID or not. Hash here also here change it. Hash save it. Now let's check back to Chrome. Refresh page. Yeah, now it's looking much better. 35 is the ID and the name. Same way ID and the name. So that is looking much better than previous one. Now let's do this thing also in one more section in the manage category page. Also here I think we are using uh, domain user and added by user ID. So do what? Just copy this to field and come to our category controller. And here in the category serializer, open it category serializer and paste it. Let's complete this also. So define domain user ID. Same way, hash domain user ID, name, then domain added by user ID, and same way, save it. Back to Chrome, refresh page. Now if I see, you can see the domain user ID and added by user ID. That is looking much better than previous one. If I open this child one, let's open child one. Here it is also looking much better. And let's change this parent ID also. So what I can do, parent underscore ID. Then here is a case. Sometimes the parent ID exists, sometimes it is not exist. So in that way, what I can do, object dot I can say if object dot parent ID else null, save it. So if this condition satisfy, I can return this data, else I return the none. Refresh page and let's change manage category in this here, and you can see it is working fine. I can see my parent category that is working fine also. Coming to the manage product, further thing has been done. Now in the next tutorial, I'm going to work with this view constants and reviews also. So I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. Please like our video and please subscribe our channel. And if you have any question, please do comment.